Hey there, Greg Flanagan here, Fridays with Flanagan. Welcome to sunny South Carolina. You're going to see these guys over my shoulder. They're cooking some oysters, so don't let them disappoint you. I'm going to go out there later on, probably have a couple of oysters. We'll see down the road. I want to say hello, welcome. We're going through some more tough times out there as far as elections here in the U.S. We're getting through there. Real estate market in Charleston is still humming right along. Fridays with Flanagan, what is it? I've got about 15 years of selling real estate with over 300 transactions myself. And over the years, people have come to me, agents, new agents, established agents, and come to me for advice, looking for direction, motivation, confidence, a lot of confidence building. And that's why I started Fridays with Flanagan. It's a way for me to talk to new and existing agents without having to stay on the phone for 8 hours a day, all day long, because I do get a lot of calls. And I appreciate those calls, and I appreciate you. That's why this is free. Now, today's class is all about 20 no-cost or low-cost, 20 no-cost or low-cost lead generation. One of the things that we know about lead generation is that it's something we have to do every day. And when we don't do it every day, we don't have any business. And no matter what you're into, as far as what job, what business you own, you have to generate some kind of business. You have to generate leads. And it's an expensive proposition if you do it the wrong way. Now, we're lucky that our business is talking to people. It's about relationships. And I have been one throughout the years. I've spent money, a lot of money on advertising. I've spent a lot of money on marketing companies. And I can go back over the years and actually show you that the highest return on my investment is when I talk to people, when I meet them one-on-one. My specific niche is getting into a room and identifying a person that is not comfortable in that room. I want him to be my friend. I want her to be my friend. I will walk over, introduce myself, and start a conversation, if for nothing more than to make them feel comfortable. Somewhere in my DNA, it says I have to make people feel comfortable. I'm a fighter for the underdog. So those are the people that I look for. Those are my best clients. And after so many years, my no cost, low cost is my database. I still meet people. I still put them in my database, and I still nurture them along the way, listening for real estate conversations, asking real estate questions. So today we're going to just quickly go through, and I'll tell you how good that is. I was a little late getting here today because this morning I had two of those clients call me up. One person wants to see two houses, put their house on the market. Another guy saw a sign on the road. He wants to go see that house and wants to list his house. So there's 5 deals, and I woke up this morning and I didn't pick up a phone. I have talked to those people for years, though, and that's where this all comes down to. You know, when I first started real estate, like many of you out there, I felt that all I had to do was put out a shingle and look for deals, right? Look for deals. Hey, you want to buy real estate? You want to buy real estate? It's not the way this business works. It's a relationship building business. It's a long-term business. I need money today, and I need money 5 years from now. So I'm going to make sure I stay with these people, build a database. So let's jump into, I'm going to try to do this real easy here, folks. Just bear with me for a minute. There we go. Bring this screen over. I'm getting good at this. You can teach an old dog new tricks. Okay. 20. So mindset. Let's talk about mindset real quickly before we get into the 20 no-cost, low-cost ads. Until, you know, one of the biggest changes in my career, in my life, was when I started reading. Not only real estate books, they're great. They're going to tell you how to do this, how to do that, but personal growth. When I realized that I had to approach people, that I had to get over my fear of somebody saying no, that's when my business started to grow. And it will be when yours starts to grow. Get over the fact that somebody might think less of you. Somebody may think you're a goofball. Somebody may think this knot on your head is too big. They don't care about you. All they care about is themselves. And they want to make sure that you are a trusted advisor, that you know what you're talking about. That's where your skill level comes in. So my recommendation is start to read, put some personal growth behind you. Once you start mastering yourself, you'll start mastering this business or any business. Okay? Master yourself, self-mastery, most important thing. So what happens with low cost and no cost leads? I remember a few years back, an agent came to me and was spending $1,200 a month and getting 500 leads a month, but every one of them, there were leads coming in, and whoever sold it to her was promising her leads, and she was getting leads. But as they were coming in, everybody had a credit problem. Well, immediately I said, do you know what your ad says? She said, no. I said, well, I can tell you what your ad said. It said, buy a house today, no credit, bad credit, everybody buys. Anybody can buy a house today, right? That's a lousy ad. That's a waste of money, whether it costs $1,200 a month or $5 a month. That's a waste of money. In my world, that $1,200 could go towards an event to help your clients, right? You want to be in touch with your clients. Spend that $1,200 somewhere else. An event, $1,200 is a magnificent event. So what I want to try to get across is good lead generation need not be expensive. Okay, everybody understand that? Good lead generation need not be expensive. The best lead generation is what I call belly to belly. Okay? Get to know the people that you're asking to join you in your business. So let's go over it real quick. What are the 20? And if you want this, drop your email into the comments. Okay, just drop your email in the comments, and we'll have our staff send you these 20 items. So this is all about solo agent items, right? You don't need a lot of database to make a good living. So solo agent lead sources. First one, for sale by owners. Why for sale by owners? They are the low hanging fruit. These are people that have already raised their hand and said, hey, Greg, I want to sell my house. I just don't know how. I'm just not having any traction in it. In this market today, if you see a for sale by owner that is on the market more than a week and a half, he needs help. He needs help. I mean, this is a market where supposedly anybody can put their house up and sell it. So hit those for sale by owners. How to do it? You have to go out there. You have to learn the for sale by owner conversations. You have to learn their scripts. So make sure that you do your diligence and get a good for sale by owner course, which we can help you with down the road. Estate sales. How do I do estate sales, Greg? What you're talking about? What is an estate sale? An estate sale is when somebody passes away and they leave the house to relatives. Normally, the relatives get those houses. They don't want the house. Okay. They just want to get rid of it. They want to cash out, split the money, and go on a vacation. Unfortunate. Now, when you're looking at estate sales, you're going to be looking at building relationships with attorneys, funeral homes, EMS people. Greg, that sounds like ambulance chasing. My stomach is turning. I'm getting sick. Are you kidding me? I can't do that. How do I approach them? It's not about approaching them. It's not about approaching these people and say, hey, anybody die today? That's ridiculous. Okay? You can't do that. Nobody's going to let you sell their house. That is immoral, unethical, and downright just rude. So on the state side, think about bringing value, and that goes for all of these things. Think about bringing value to the funeral director. Bring value to the EMS guy. Bring value to the church, right? I mean, a lot of church members know, what can I do to help these people? What added value can I bring them? Can I bring them one of my brochures that explains what needs to be done after someone passes away? Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Funeral Director. I know it's a real hard thing, but if you'd like, here's my brochure on what to do. If you would pass that on, it may be of value to your clients. Churches, the pastor, the secretary. Actually, I'd probably go for the secretary to the rector or the pastor and share it with her or him so that they have a resource. So make up maybe, 20, 30 flyers. You don't have to make 1,000. 1,000 people aren't going to die on you, but make up 30 or 40, leave them with different churches and that kind of thing. Okay. Again, be very, very sensitive to the situation, but add value to those people. The next one is old expireds. Why old expireds? I can tell you. They wanted to sell their house last year. They didn't have the right agent. They didn't have the right price. The condition probably was real bad. And now here you are coming in to help them, guide them in the best economy that they've seen in their lifetime, which is true right now. Even if you're 80 years old, it's true. This is the best time to sell a house ever in my lifetime, probably yours and in theirs. So you go to those old expireds, learn your scripts, learn the conversations, listen for what their pain is. What happened? Where'd you want to go? What was your motivation? Get all those things down and say, I can help you, and here's how. Okay? And here's how. So old expireds, where do you get them? You get them in your MLS. Go back, put the parameters from 2000, what are we on, 20? Yeah, let's forget about 20. No, let's go back to 2018, 19, and see who tried to sell their house but couldn't. It takes a little bit of work, takes a little bit of research. If you have an assistant, have them do it. You will get some numbers. Okay, you will get some numbers. It's better than sitting around all day playing Pokemon or whatever they're playing these days. Use that time to sit down and do some research. So that's old expireds. Another low-hanging fruit, because those people did want to sell, they just didn't get their price. Human resource departments. Wow. There's a lot you can do for human resource departments. You can be their ears and eyes, on the ground. And I'm also going to lump in recruiters. Okay, you ever hear of a headhunter, a recruiter? They're trying to bring people to an area. They're on the phone every day trying to hook, match people to jobs. And if they have a resource where they can say, you know what, you come to, I know Charleston, so I'm going to say Charleston, or if you're out in Las Vegas or San Diego, come to San Diego because we have the wharf. I don't know if you got a wharf out there. So, come to Vegas. We have nightlife. Here's the housing situation here. So you're going to be the expert on housing for those relocation and human resource departments. Again, a simple brochure. Don't go crazy on it, but just a simple brochure adding value to those human resource departments and headhunters, recruiters. Okay. Church intake we talked about. Bring the value. Welcome wagon. Anybody out there remember welcome wagon? Raise your hand in the comments. Welcome wagon's an old term. There's a lot of different terms right now. Bottom line is it's new movers. It's a new mover list. People that are moving into the community, people that are leaving the community. Welcome wagon usually gets these addresses before the rest of us do. Get on there. Again, bring them some kind of value. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. New prospect, what can we do for you? It just puts your name in their mouth. Speaking of which, the next one is distressed properties. What is a distressed property? A distressed property is any property that may go into foreclosure, may be behind on the bills, maybe somebody got sick and they had to, they're back on their mortgage. These people are in trouble. How do you find them? Well, you can go onto the county records and look what they call lis pendens in our side of the country, LISPENDEN. Lis pendens means lawsuit pending. When you default on your loan, get behind after 3 months normally in most states, in a judicial state anyway, the lender is going to send you what they call a default notice. And they're going to accelerate your loan, meaning that everything is due within 30 days. At the same time, they're going to be filing a lis pendens, and that lis pendens is to sue you for foreclosure. So you can go to the county records and find those there. You can go, a great way I like to see it is drive around the neighborhood, right? This goes a little bit further down the list, number 18 or 19. Drive around the neighborhoods. Look at the houses that are in disrepair. That could be a signal to say, hey, these folks don't have enough money to take care of the house. I'm going to go knock on their door. Or I'm going to send them a very well-managed snail mail campaign that says, we can help. Add value to people. Add value. All right. Those distressed properties, there's all different ways you can find them. There's all different ways you can help them. Dig deep into distressed properties. The next one down is drive for dollars. It's searching the neighborhoods. I know a few people I deal with regularly that do drive through the neighborhoods. And maybe they're not going to find the house, but they are going to find the guy that's mowing the lawn, and he knows about the house next door. They're going to stop. They're going to have a conversation. How's that conversation start? Hi, I'm Greg Flank. I was in the neighborhood. Nice neighborhood, right? And that's the way you start a conversation. You don't get out of the car and go, hey, you know anybody looking to sell or buy a house in this? No. You get out and you say, hey, nice neighborhood. And you start having a neighborly conversation. And then you bring it into a real estate conversation. And a real estate conversation would wind up saying, you know anybody that may need my help? I'm an expert in distressed properties. I'm an expert in listing properties. That's driving for dollars. Door knocking. I go back to the mastering yourself. Here you're knocking on somebody's door. And let me tell you something. With COVID out there right now, I still have agents that knock on doors and get results. What they're doing is they're building relationships. They're showing people that, hey, I am here. I can help you. And not everybody is behind a desk or a Zoomie. I'm here, and I can help. And they're walking away with listings. So knock on the door, go inside. Don't worry about what people are going to say. Doors are going to slam in your face. People are going to say that you suck. It's going to be crazy, right? But you're bringing them value, and that's important. Bring them value. Circle prospecting. Circle prospecting it's not cold calling. Let's get this straight. The age of cold calling is dead in my book. I see no value in you sitting on a phone as a real estate agent, dialing the phone for 8 hours going, hi, I'm looking for somebody that wants to buy or sell a house today. Hi, we're in your neighborhood doing CMAs. Whatever the hook is, it doesn't work for me anymore. Circle prospecting, on the other hand, circle prospecting means you're going to find a listing that you like, something in a neighborhood that you like to sell in, the price point you're going to sell in, and you're going to dial, knock, and build a relationship with 20 or 40 people around that neighborhood. Okay? That's circle prospecting. Okay? Again, you've got to get out of your comfort zone. You've got to go do a little bit of personal growth and get out there and do it. People are making money today doing exactly that. They're also handing out a flyer or a pamphlet as they go through. Okay? Big one, past client nurtures. I told you a story already. I mean, I got 5 deals this morning. I woke up with 5 deals this morning I didn't know I had yesterday. And it's all because I have enough of a database that knows and likes me and trusts me. And they call me up and say, Greg, I want to see this house. Greg, I want to list my house. Greg, I've got to do this. Greg, I'm sending. That's from years of nurturing. It's from years of being the expert in my field. It's knowing who I'm dealing with. Knowing who my database is not filled with knuckleheads. It is not filled with knuckleheads. It is filled with people who know, like, and trust me, and people that I like and trust. Okay, that's where your past client nurture comes in. So make sure you have some kind of system, whether it's a 36 touch, a 32 touch, a 72 touch, as some big guys have, right? You're always touching these people. You have to be top of mind with these folks. Okay, some other things. So that's when you have a database. Social clubs is the next one on the list. Social clubs. What are you doing for social clubs? Think about all the social clubs you belong to, whether it's Mommy and Me or, I don't know, type some social clubs in here. The Elks, the Moose Lodge, any fraternal organization, your union, your bridge club. You know, all these are organizations where you can sit down, you hear the chatter, and you let it go in one ear and out the other. Well, you've got to put up a block right here and say, wow, George is talking about how his wife is telling him they don't have enough room for all the kids. Yeah, I'll play a 6 of spades. No, you have to stop and go, George, I should talk to George. And you say, wow, George, that is too bad. What are you all planning on doing? And George is either going to say, well, we're going to move. Ding, 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 ding. It's a real estate conversation. Go from, we're going to say this, you have to be very, very aware of the conversations you're having every day. This goes for all of these things. A real estate conversation, you don't know it, but you're having them probably 4 or 5 times a day. You're just not aware of it. And you're not going down the road to get that thing done, to ask the right questions. So be aware. Get your awareness up. Social clubs, referral clubs. If you're in the country, we have BNI, Broker Network, something I think. BNI, it's a paid group. They're supposed to give you all the real estate leads. There should only be one real estate agent in there. You can make your own group. I've seen that. If you're a real good communicator, put your own group together. Go out and get your own attorney. Go out and get your own insurance guy. Go out and get your own plumber, your doctor. Put all these people in a room. You don't have to pay anybody. Put them in a room as friends. Make that connection with them. I don't know if it's still around or not, but Meetup, MEET up.com, right? Get something going. I think if you put something out there, even on a Facebook group now, and say, hey, I want these 12 people, and I want to share my leads with them, right? How do you do that? You know what, Mr. Attorney? Do you close houses? Yes, I do. Mr. Attorney, are you a probate lawyer? Estate sales? Yes, I am. Bring these people in and make your own little circle of referral clubs. Open houses. Next one is open houses. Thank you. I'm thinking that's Cece. Open houses. One of the easiest real estate conversations you can have is when somebody comes to an open house. Learn how to do a proper open house, and you will make money. If you did an open house, if your business was just open houses every week, what are you spending on open houses? Absolutely nothing, right? Maybe an ad, maybe some cookies, maybe a little bit of punch. But if you did nothing but open houses Monday through Saturday, Sunday you would be booked down with writing deals. Look at open houses. They're inexpensive. You can do them. The market is very, very tight right now. And if you're still trying to do an open house between 1 and 3 on a Saturday, you might want to change your thinking and start doing them after work, before work, after the mothers drop the kids at school. be creative with them. Okay, be creative. You're still going to get some people in there. Okay. The next one is hold events. This is a little bit more money, but I think you can still hold events. When I mean hold events, I'm talking about seller seminars, buyer seminars, neighborhood food trucks. Invite the food truck into the neighborhood. Anything that doesn't cost you money, other than maybe doing some flyers throughout the neighborhood, right? Or some inexpensive advertising on Facebook. So events are very, very good because you get to talk to people. They're there for a reason. They're showing that, hey, I'm interested in learning about this, which is a buying signal to me. It's a real estate conversation to me, and it should be for you too. Okay. Email newsletters, basic stuff. Get yourself get on MailChimp. They give you 2,000 emails a month, I think, free, and you can get on there and email newsletters. Social media. Do I have to say anything more about social media? Free offers, Facebook lead capture posts, everything you can do. You know, come to my seller seminar using social media. The next one down, and listen, speaking of social media, it's a great time to talk about this. If you would share, like this, like the video, like my page, Power Onward Masterminds, and share it with somebody you know, especially if it's a real estate agent. We're trying to grow this into a very large and productive. My vision and my goal is to train up or teach up to new and existing real estate agents to get better, just to get better and understand that you don't have to be the millionaire real estate investor, the millionaire real estate agent. You can make a very good living doing these 20 things and a few more if you're paying attention. You can do it in 40 hours. You can do it with the resources you have. You don't need anything else. You need this. Your mind has to be right, right? I'm a big fan of Cool Hand Luke. Get your mind right, Luke. Get your mind right. All right, so give us a like and a share. We'd appreciate it. And you can go to Power Onward Masterminds for any of these documents. We'll send them to you. And don't forget, as we come on to these Fridays with Finding, please, please, please invite other people during the week. Just drop them an email. Share my email that you're going to get during the week. I really would like it. So we have, I think we're up to number 17. Social media, public seminars for church, unions, small businesses. We touched that earlier. And referrals from other agents. Stop. If you are not talking to other agents outside of your market, you're losing business. You're losing business. Some of the best, highest grossing agents, solo agents, people that are working by themselves with an admin maybe. Some of those solo agents are crushing it on just the referral business. They're not doing any of these things. All they're doing is referrals. They are nurturing their referrals like they nurture their past clients, but they're doing nothing but reaching out to other agents in other markets and saying hello. Where are they doing that? They're doing it on things like Lab Coat Agents, all these other real estate agent Facebook groups. So yeah, get on there, meet other people. Again, it goes back to relationships, right? It's all about relationships. So referrals from other agents, and don't forget about the agents in your own market. There's a lot of agents out there that are not confident to do certain deals. I remember years ago, I had a guy come up to me and say, would you sell this house for me? It's $1.3 million, $1.3 million. He says, will you sell this house for me? Sure. I wasn't marketing 1.3 million houses, but I got enough confidence I could sell anything. And then there was another time, let's go back to the past client nurtures, or even your SOI, your sphere of influence. There was a gentleman that, he was making $12 an hour. I kind of friended him. We had a beer together years ago, And he called me up 6 or 7 years later. He was in my database. He got all my stuff. I hadn't heard from him in years. Called me up later and he said, Greg, do you sell houses over on the beach? Yeah, I do. Handed me a $2 million house. It was an old girlfriend's house that he had gone to high school with 10 years before. It was a mother's house or something. You know, you have to talk to people. You have to be a people person. You don't have to be a people person, but you have to be purposeful. How about this? PPPP. You have to be purposeful with the people you talk to. Okay? You've got to listen to them. You've got to treat them right. You've got to be genuine or authentic and caring about that person. Remember, everybody walks around with a sign on their chest. I'm important. Make them feel important. You'll grow your business. Now listen, I've got this sheet I can share with you. I've got another sheet, 25 objection handlers. We're here every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think it's 8 o'clock over on the West Coast and somewhere in the middle. I have no idea. I know around the world, it's probably 1 o'clock in the morning. So it's real cool. Get with us. I enjoy doing these. If you have any suggestions about what I should do next week or the week after, please let me know. We're going to have some guests on over the next month. We do have Thanksgiving coming up. Reach out there, talk to some people, see what they need. There's a lot of people out there in need right now, and maybe you bringing them a basket might be just the thing to get a $1 million sale down the road. All right. I'm Greg Flanagan. Have a great afternoon, and don't forget, put your email in here. We'll send you the 25 objection handlers, and we'll send you the 20 no-cost, low-cost ideas we just talked about. Have a great day.